The new Canva Video 2.0 finally gives us a full-featured video editor with the tools people have been asking for. It includes a proper multi-track timeline, the ability to trim, split, and rearrange clips directly on the timeline, better audio controls like volume balancing, customizable animated text, built-in AI voiceovers, and much more. In this walkthrough, I'm going to show you how to use Canva's new video editor step by step, even if you've never edited a video before. To get started, I begin on Canva's homepage and click on the video option. This opens a menu with different video formats, including social media sizes and pre-made templates. If I already know the exact size I need, I can also click on Custom Size and enter my preferred dimensions manually. For this example, I'm choosing the Instagram Reel size. Once I select the format, Canva opens a blank canvas. From here, I can either start from scratch or choose one of Canva's templates. What's important to understand is that Canva Video has now moved away from the old page-based editing style. Instead, it works like a real video editor with a timeline, which gives much more flexibility and control. At the bottom of the screen, I now see a multi-track timeline. This is where everything happens. The main track is the thick track at the center of the timeline, and it's where all primary video clips, photos, and background visuals go. Anything placed on this track plays one after another with no gaps. Above that, there's an upper track used for layering content like text, graphics, logos, or additional videos on top of the main footage. Below the main track is the audio track, which is where music, sound effects, and voiceovers live. This separation makes editing much more organized and intuitive. Another important element is the playhead, which is the vertical line that moves across the timeline. This shows exactly where you are in the video at any moment. I rely on the playhead constantly because it helps with precise timing when trimming clips, adding text, or syncing audio. To start building the video, I add media to the main track. I can do this by clicking the plus button, which lets me choose from my uploads, Canva's stock videos, or stock photos. For this example, I select a few stock video clips from a brand shoot. As I click each clip, Canva automatically places them one after another on the main track. If I want to layer media on top of the main footage, I don't just click it. Instead, I click, hold, and drag it onto the upper track. This allows one video to play on top of another. I can stack multiple layers this way, creating more dynamic visuals without overwriting the main clip underneath. Once the videos are in place, I add text to personalize the reel. I can do this by clicking the text button or pressing the T key. I choose a text style from my brand kit, adjust the color, and apply an animation. For this example, I select a typewriter animation and slow it down slightly so it feels smoother. The text automatically appears as a layer on the upper track in the timeline. Next, I add a logo from my brand kit. This is especially useful because it keeps everything consistent and on brand. Instead of clicking the logo and adding it as a new clip, I drag it onto the canvas so it becomes an overlay. I resize it and position it where I want, then stretch its duration across the entire timeline so it stays visible throughout the video. Now that all the elements are placed, I move on to direct clip editing. Canva now allows trimming directly on the timeline. When I hover over the edge of a clip, arrows appear. I can drag those arrows to shorten or extend the clip. The clip snaps into place automatically when it aligns with the playhead or another clip, making timing very precise. If I want to rearrange clips, I simply click and drag them to a new position on the timeline. This works for both main clips and layered elements. I can also stretch text and logo layers across the entire video by dragging their edges, ensuring they remain visible from start to finish. For more precise edits, I use the split feature. I move the playhead to the exact point where I want to cut, select the clip, and press the S key or click the split button. This divides the clip into two separate pieces that I can move, trim, or delete independently. If the timeline starts to feel crowded, I can zoom in or out. At the bottom, there's a toggle that lets me switch between zooming the canvas and zooming the timeline thumbnails. Zooming the timeline makes it much easier to see details, especially when working with audio. To bring the video to life, I add audio. I click on Add Audio and choose a music track from Canva's library. I can also record a voiceover or generate an AI voice if needed. Once the music is added, it appears on the audio track at the bottom of the timeline. I also add a sound effect to enhance a visual moment. I move the playhead to the exact point where I want the effect, search for a whoosh sound, and add it. the sound effect snaps directly to the playhead position. If I want to reuse it elsewhere, I can duplicate it or drag it to a new spot. With audio in place, I zoom into the timeline to clearly see the waveforms. This makes it easy to trim the music so it ends exactly with the final clip. I align the audio, text, logo, and video so everything finishes cleanly at the same time. At this point, the reel is fully built. The clips are layered, the text is animated, the logo stays visible throughout, and the audio is synced properly. From here, all that's left is to export the video and upload it. With Canva Video 2.0, it's now possible to create professional-looking videos without expensive editing software or a steep learning curve. At this point, the video is reviewed, and there's a decision to add a bit more text at the end as a call to action. The playhead is moved to the exact spot where the call to action should appear, right at the end of the video. The existing text is adjusted so it no longer plays during this final section. With the playhead still in position, the T key is pressed to add a new text element directly onto the timeline. From there, the text is selected and the font is changed to match the rest of the video. The message is updated to something like "Comment Guide" or "Download my free guide." The text is then resized, stretched across the desired duration, and adjusted visually so it fits naturally with the rest of the content. A background effect can be added to improve readability, especially if the video behind it is busy. Once resized, the text snaps neatly into place and aligns with the rest of the timeline. Now there's a clear call to action at the end of the video, prompting viewers to download a free guide. Adding a call to action like this is an effective way to grow an audience and build an email list. This free resource could be a PDF, checklist, template, swipe file, or any other lead magnet that's relevant to the business. Next, attention shifts to transitions. Transitions can be added easily by hovering between two clips on the timeline. When the transition button appears, clicking it opens a selection of transition styles to choose from. If the transition icon is hard to see, zooming into the timeline using zoom thumbnails creates more space and makes the option easier to access. It's also noted that Canva has removed the old duration mode from the video editor. Once the video has been previewed and everything looks good, it's ready to export. Clicking Share, then Download, automatically sets the file format to MP4. Canva Pro users can export up to 4K quality, while the free plan still offers high-quality 1080p exports. At the time of recording, Canva also allows users to switch back to the previous video editor if they prefer. This can be done by going to the home page, opening account settings, scrolling to the video editing section, and toggling the new multi-track video editor option on or off. Older designs can still be edited using the previous editor if desired. The walkthrough then moves to Canva's new AI feature called Magic Video, which is currently available on mobile. This tool is designed for entrepreneurs and content creators who want to generate professional-looking reels quickly. Inside the Canva mobile app, Magic Video appears directly on the home page. After selecting it, videos can be chosen from the camera roll, uploads, or folders, up to 20 clips at a time. Next, a style is selected, such as motivational, cinematic, or upbeat, followed by a type like montage or beat-driven. A short prompt is entered, and Canva's AI generates a reel within seconds. If the result isn't quite right, clips can be rearranged, styles can be changed, or a new version can be generated. Once satisfied, the video can either be downloaded immediately or opened in the editor for further customization. In the editor, text, transitions, audio, and timing can all be adjusted just like on desktop. When everything is finalized, the video is downloaded as an MP4 with quality options available for pro users. That wraps up the walkthrough of Canva Video 2.0. Covering both the new multi-track editor and the Magic Video AI feature, along with links mentioned for a free Canva Pro trial and lead magnet resources. If you found this valuable, like the video and subscribe. I post practical strategies that help you grow faster, without risking your channel. I'll see you in the next one. Stay smart and protect your platform.